Hey friends, it's me, Ray Lambert. I'm sitting here with my friend.
Manuel Pagan, how you doing?
Francis Geraldo, how's it going?
Got a special guest today.
Uh-oh.
Anthony Senerchia from Dimension Title and Senerchia Senerchia PC.
Nice.
Oh man, where are we?
Where are we? That's a good question. We are at Proclamation in Warwick, one of my favorite breweries.
One of many.
You can't
One of
say
the
that
many.
about every single brewery
Well-
you go to.
well, we've
We've
been
done 4
to-
of these now, or three or four.
Three?
So far, we're at
Every
yeah.
Francis' favorite brewery every time. One of my
Weird.
favorite.
But this place is amazing. They've been open here for like a good 4 or 5 years now at this location. So
A little off the beaten path behind Ironworks, right?
yeah, but in my opinion, great
There's
location.
a good selection of beers here, so whatever type you like, they have plenty for you to choose from. You know, today I chose a Belgian wheat, which is nice, which is different from my IPA.
Okay.
You know,
Sadly, I'm not drinking beers today. I'm
Oh,
under
that's
the
right.
weather.
Yeah, he's on the mend. That's
So
right.
I am drinking some soda,
All
some
right.
orange soda.
Okay.
Anthony, what are you drinking today, man?
Scotch Ale.
There you go.
Oh, all right.
Ooh,
And I
fancy.
have a sour with a really complicated name I don't remember, but I will get back to all of us before the end of this video.
Beautiful.
All right, guys. So, like we like to start these things off with, let's talk about the market a little bit. I'm happy. Rates are coming down. What did you mention to me earlier?
10 years taken.
10 years of tanking. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Mortgage-backed securities are up. These are all good things, not just for me, but for I know you play the stock market a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I looked early. I looked a few minutes ago. I was up for the day. Pretty much the whole, S&P and everything is pretty much doing well. Hopefully, we're going to finish the year very strong here with a December rally. So let's see.
What does it mean for buyers? That me and you might be sharing, or me and him might be sharing.
For
Or...
buyers, we've seen some come out of the woodwork. You know, interest rates come down, and people are like, "All right, now it's my time to buy." Yes, I agree. Now it's your time. Let's get out there, right? We've had some people leave us because they were interest rates too high, but now they're coming back. Hey, Manny, I want to look again. I'm here for it. So
Good thing.
it's a very good thing, you know. And we're looking at numbers. They're coming up as of this afternoon. Little less than 1,000 homes, single family, for sale on the market.
Which is higher than it has been.
Higher than it has been the last few months. So your home's out there. Give me a call, and we're here to help.
Okay. Now you're one of the smartest people I know, and actually mean that with all sincerity.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
What's driving this recovery right now?
What's driving the recovery?
I totally put you on the spot with that one.
Okay. What's driving the recovery? Well, I mean, you have some sectors in the market that looks like maybe recession is starting to slow down a little bit. I mean, you go into the holidays. You also come into an election year shortly. That could also play a factor into it.
Now, do you think Biden wants the economy to look good so that maybe
course he
we'll
does.
reelect him? Okay. All
Who
right.
doesn't want the economy to look good?
I like the economy looking good. I'm a fan. Well, actually, recessions tend to be good for mortgage rates.
True.
So,
True.
bad for everything else, but I mean, we can talk about all the minutia of unemployment and inflation
Yeah.
and how complicated it is, but the biggest thing is Jerome Powell and the Fed, right?
Of course.
He's finally taking his foot off the gas, it feels like.
They'll probably keep the Fed rates, level. Hopefully, he doesn't raise them again and keep them level for a little period of time. People will relax a little bit. Bond market will slowly come down. You never know. Maybe next year they're predicting rates could be down into the fives.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe high fives, low sixes, which would be amazing for everybody.
That'll be great. That'll be
Right?
great.
Yeah, but
So
it seems like Powell has actually, so far over the last year or so, he's nailed it so far in terms of what he's trying to do to fight inflation.
I respectfully
I mean,
disagree
so
with
far,
your take.
I mean, I didn't think that we would be where we are right now. Pretty much what he has said is what's going to happen. It's happening as of right now.
This is my big party line. I'll say it to you. I'll say it to you. I'll say it to you. I've said it.
And I'm not a big fan of his. So
I hate that the economy is driven by a bunch of people that don't have to go to the grocery store and buy a gallon of milk or a
It's a true story.
dozen of eggs.
Yeah.
It's
They
a
have
true
no idea. They keep talking to us about how great the economy is and how inflation's coming down, and milk's more than a gallon of gas right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, gas prices are down too, which is good
they
for
are,
everybody,
yeah.
which is great. I mean, it's not as good as $1.50 at Mean Tweets, but
I was waiting for the mean tweets. I was waiting.
yeah, but we're not going to see once things start dropping, we're not going to really notice it at the stores for like a year from now. Or so.
Yeah, it'll take
Because
time.
again, it's going to drop at such a slow rate that you're not going to really see it.
All right.
but,
Yeah, you're not going to really see
but even at all, they may just keep it there. They might just stagnate.
That's
for
what
a
I
little-
think.
a
That's
little
what I think,
while, and
yeah.
It's not going to go anywhere, but
It's not going to go back to how it was before. We all know
No.
that.
Yeah.
There's no way. So
I mean, hopefully, for everybody's sake, rates come back down a little bit. Maybe they bring down the Fed rate, right now mortgage rates come down. That means business for you. That means business for you. That means business for us, all of us, and
What
also
is,
everybody else auxiliary to our business.
Correct.
What does that mean for values of homes, though?
So based on what I'm hearing on values of homes, I don't think some of the leading experts are saying that home values may only come down 10%. They're not looking at a 25% correction. You might have a little bit of a dip, but they're gonna, like most things, stay stagnant for a little period of time. May actually start going up in a couple of years again.
Now, if we have a deluge of buyers in the market, rates go back down to 5, you don't think that'll increase values even more?
Probably could. Depends
Supply
if you
and
get a
demand.
bit more supply and demand.
Yeah.
Unless people want to offload their houses and they have a large inventory on the market. I mean, it's all supply and demand. Who wants what, when, and where?
What do you guys think? Rates come down, I think values are going up even more somehow.
they
I
will.
agree.
Yeah,
I
they're going to go up,
agree.
but it's not going to be at the rate that they've been going up over the last
Well,
few
that's
years.
not-
It's not going to
No.
be the COVID rate. My house go up 50K in 1 year. I
Yeah.
don't. That's
That's not gonna happen.
that's not going to happen. If they go up the normal, the 3 to 4%, you see a slight increase. That's doable. That's manageable.
I think that's where we'll end up in the next year or two. Let's get through this next year,
Yeah.
2024. Let's say prices will do one of these a little bit, and then it will start the regular
Yes.
3 to 4% increase.
Yeah.
All right, so selfishly, I'll end our market update with this. Rates in the 5s. When do you think we're going to see them? You're saying end of Q4, 2024?
Probably end of Q2, beginning of Q3.
Wow, that's wow.
Remember, election year.
Wow.
You got to get those rates
I
down
mean,
before.
I like the way you
It
think.
would be
Wow.
amazing.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Let's actually cheers on
Okay,
that one.
well,
Let's
man.
cheers on that
All
one.
right, so maybe like
That's a-
5.875 with a point,
575, it's a 5.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
like high fives. You might be there at Q3.
That'll be nice.
Oh boy. See, I was going to be the really optimistic one, and I was going to say like Q4
I wasn't
next
expecting
year.
Q2. I wasn't expecting Q2.
End of Q2, beginning of Q3, right before the election.
I mean, it's
I'm here
going to
for it.
be.
You're not wrong with that thinking.
I like that idea. Again, this president has to do everything possible to make himself look good.
He's not popular right now.
No.
So let's say Q3. Q3.
I'm gonna say end of Q3. We're gonna see the nice drop.
So I want to speak it into existence here, right? End of Q2.
I think we all want to.
The jaded in me thinks we might see a Q2 of 25, and they drag it out.
We'll
But
take
that could just
time.
be having beaten down in the mortgage industry for the last 2 years. So,
For the last 2 years, I've been beaten. I have no.
Anthony, my
optimism.
man, let's talk about LLCs and what the benefit is, and not so much for me. I only have one product I can close an LLC, but it means much more to the three of you, gentlemen, and investors. And
Yeah, entirely. So, I mean, LLCs is huge for people who want to be inside real estate and real estate investors, right? People buy multiple properties. They have multiple properties in their own name, and that can also induce a level of liability that they never thought they might have, right? Legal liability. So if something happens in one of their properties, they could be sued, personally liable for it from one of their tenants that they have or something that happens. So an LLC, granted, why it does take a little bit of money to set up an LLC, you have a minimum corporate tax and all that good stuff you have to pay for. For an investor who has multiple properties, they might want to have separate individual LLCs for each individual property. But with that,
it limits your liability, right?
it limits your
I mean, it's in the
personal
name, right?
liability, right? But if you want to limit your personal liability, you got to keep everything distinct. So you got to keep your business separate from your personal life, which means you now have to set up separate bank accounts. You have to have separate tracking for the business. You have separate credit card, and keep all the business expenses here and not commingle those funds. All right? When you start commingling those funds, you say, hey, I got some money here from the thing. I'm going to go out to
Vegas.
Vegas, I'm going to spend the money. I'm going to go out to
New Orleans.
New Orleans. I'm going to go to the shopping mall. I'm going to go buy myself some clothes. Well, is that really for the property? No. At that point in time, now you're using your commingling funds, and at that point, you can be personally liable.
Yeah.
They can come right void.
Now, I've heard before, and I don't know if it's true or not, say I get in a car accident with you, and I injure you badly, and you decide to sue me. He could come after the equity of my homes. Is that possible?
Possible, yes.
Okay.
Because those are all things that are owned inside your name.
Does an LLC protect me from that?
Yes, because the LLC is owned by the actual corporation itself, right? So
it's a
that
separate,
is a separate, complete entity.
even though I would be, what's the term for it? So if I start an LLC, what's the term for the person who set it up and is the only
You're the
entity?
proprietor of
Yeah,
the
so proprietor
LLC.
of the LLC. There's different ways too. Like you can even different tax structures, right? I'm not a tax accountant, I'm not a CPA, don't profess to be one, but you do have different tax structures you can get. You can do it as an S corp. A lot of people do it as an S corp. I mean, so when you do have an LLC, you should have a good CPA, right? Because they have to do taxes for you. Especially with an LLC, you might want to take yourself a salary, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a pseudo salary. Say, hey,
Well, it's just a way of hiding money from the government, right?
kind of. I mean, it's all
I'm here for that.
liable and it costs years, but it's all legal. The government says we can do it, right?
I'm here for it until it's time for you to get a mortgage with me. I'm really, really annoyed by
And
it.
then we got issues,
Yeah.
right? So the biggest thing with an LLC is just shielding yourself as much as possible from any potential liabilities that could come up with those individual properties. So you got 5 properties, have 5 individual LLCs. Because if you have one LLC with 5 properties in it, one goes awry, they can come after the other 4.
Ah, that's good to know.
Is there I didn't know that actually. Is there a limit to how many LLCs you can have?
There's a limit to how many properties you can have on an LLC before it becomes a corporation. I believe it's 10 or so.
I think it's when you start doing lending. Don't you have a limit on like 9 or 10 properties?
10.
In
That's my
Illinois?
limit, yeah.
Should an LLC be set up like prior to purchasing the property, or is it
Yes.
something that can be done at any time?
Well, you should probably do it prior because
Okay.
a lot of times funders want to lend inside the LLC, right?
Yeah.
And make sure it's in good standing, all that good stuff, right? So the mortgage is in the name of the LLC, not you personally, right? So if you're looking at a property, want to set up an LLC, we can set up the LLC, do the documents for you, get it rolling, and then when you buy the house, automatically buy it straight into the LLC.
Perfect.
Do you have to renew your LLC every year?
Yep. So every year you got to renew the LLC. You also got to do a tax return on it.
Is it possible, or is it even a dumb idea to have your own personal property that you live in the LLC, or is that like more like you don't really need to do that?
You don't really need to do that,
Okay.
right? I mean, you have your own personal property. It's into yourself. If anything, you can put your own personal property into a trust,
Okay, there
right,
we go.
for your family and whatnot to protect yourself in that situation if something were to ever happen to you or your family. I've seen areas where people will have an LLC and a trust, and the trust owns shares of the LLC. So it's not actually one person who has all the shares, it's actually a trust that has it. So you can have one trust, and it's also a way of limiting your liability and actually shielding yourself down the depths that no one knows who actually owns that property.
Another layer of protection.
Another layer of protection, another layer of secrecy too.
Okay.
It's a lot of good information right here.
It's a lot of good information.
I like it. Yeah, I don't know much about LLCs. I like that. I like.
And you can handle them personally?
Yes. Yeah, me, my father does a lot of the business transaction stuff, the LLCs. But any one of us, it's not really that hard to set up. And at least we can set it up, work with you through the whole entire mortgage process. Sorry, Ray, I know you're in one product. But I mean, it might be good for investors who want to limit their liability. Yeah, it does cost money, but you do have some advantages and protections over you just owning a bunch of properties.
Yeah, but I'd rather pay a little money up front than be
Oh,
protected down the
and
line.
protect
you know?
your hundreds of thousands of dollars of equity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you have multiple investment properties lined up. Why not?
Yeah, no, it's a smart move.
Okay.
I like it.
Guys, got any other questions on LLCs?
No, that was pretty good.
Cool.
No, but if we do, where can we find you again?
Me? Okay, so you can email me,
Yeah.
Anthony at sslawne.com. That's
Okay.
my law firm address. I'm also located at 150 Burnside Street in Cranston. So
Which is right off Reservoir.
right off the reservoir, right behind the Santander. I'm right there. So it's excellent. You can find me, email me, find me on Facebook, find my Facebook pages, whatever works.
Perfect.
Cell phone number, doesn't matter to me.
Nice,
We'll
man.
flash this in big graphics.
Yeah, right there, big graphics.
All right, we're going to shift gears immediately. Clients ask me all the time. I always just refer them to the title attorney because I don't know anything about it. My father tries to act like he's a genius. He's another person who doesn't interact with my videos, but he's going to pick up on this line right here. Talk to me about title insurance, and then talk to me about, he has a term for it, the escalated level of title insurance. It does even more. So he says no one ever offers, and he doesn't know why. And yes, I'm
So-
mocking you.
So,
The
yes,
direction.
Yes,
Ray Senior.
there is an enhanced version. And yes, you are right. No one really offers the enhanced version. We don't either.
So let's start right there. Why? He doesn't
Personally
understand
honest,
why.
Personally honest,
I'm doing the hand thing.
most lenders don't need an enhanced version. There's a couple other protections that go with it, but most lenders don't care and they don't want it. Usually, you see bigger banks doing commercial loans want an enhanced version, but in general, it's just not a requirement.
What's the well? I guess we do have to start with what is title insurance.
That's a good question.
I would
right?
say I was settling personal vendettas.
Yeah,
Let's
I can see
start
that.
at the beginning.
Honestly, I don't think we've even in all these years we've never done an advanced side of an enhanced lender title insurance. But anyways, lender title insurance, it sounds what it sounds like. It's insurance, right? It's protection. So it's protection for you as a homeowner in terms of owner's title insurance or lender's and title insurance. If anything happens legally on the issue of title of your property, so it protects you in the sense of if something does pop up, it is a insurance piece that will protect you legally and financially for those issues. I know that sounds very complicated.
So owner's title insurance for the life of your ownership of the home, correct?
Correct. So owner's title insurance, you buy it once.
Yeah.
So you buy it when you purchase a property, and that title insurance is cheap relative to what could come up. So owner's title insurance, you do it one time, you have it for the life of the property. So renewal on it, you get your title insurance policy after the recording, you issue it, and that exists. And it's important for homeowners to have it. I know it's optional, right? Because it is realistically optional, right? They don't have to purchase it. But the issue is that if something does arise, say, and these are common issues, right? Say that this property went through probate at one point in time. Now all of a sudden you have an heir that pops up and says, well, raise their hand and say, well, the probate wasn't done right. I'm an actual
where's my cut? Yeah.
Where's my cut? Now, having title insurance, you can call your title insurance company and they will defend your title, basically your house, your title to your house on your behalf. So you're not coming out of pocket legally with all those legal fees. Now, attorneys to go to court is going to cost you, $350, $450 an hour. So for the small fraction of title insurance you buy, that protects you in that end.
Okay.
That works. Yeah. I always recommend to my clients, like a lot of my client base is first-time homeowners. So a lot of times it'll come up, hey, what is this? Why am I paying this? I briefly explain, like you should, talk to the attorney. They'll explain it more, but it's here to protect you. And that's basically what I tell them. It's here,
100%. And like whenever somebody buys a house, right? If we're gonna issue title insurance, we do a 50-year search on a property. It's a purchase, right? We go through the books and the records. We try to find anything that could be on that title, right? Any deeds that were misplaced, any deeds that didn't transfer the property correctly, any and all liens that may be on the property, encumbrances, liens, not term for liens, easements, things like that. Right? So we go through the whole entire title, we look for it, and usually if there's an issue, we resolve it, and the customer never knows, right? Because we just get it done, right? If it's an old mortgage that's out there that's been out there for 20 years,
Was it
looks like
discharged
it's been
properly?
there, yeah, we track the discharge, get it recorded before time closes.
Now, can a contractor who may have worked on the home before you owned it but wasn't paid, could they come after your equity if they felt so inclined?
So if you're a homeowner that didn't buy homeowners insurance, right, or owner's title insurance, not homeowners insurance, sorry, owner's title insurance, and that was a lien that wasn't disclosed, by the seller, wasn't found out in the records, but it says I have this lien. You then, as a homeowner, would be liable at that point in time and have to hire an attorney to defend yourself and go through the court process and say, well, I don't own it, that guy should pay for it and defend yourself. And you may end up actually having to pay that guy out because you didn't purchase the owner's title insurance. By purchasing owner's title insurance, if that were to happen, and that were to occur, you call your owner's title policy and says, hey, listen, my attorney who worked on this, they issued the title policy. They said everything was clean, everything was good. I have clean title. But now this is popping up. Dear title insurance company, defend me. And they will walk up and they will defend you legally in court. We're going to make sure that your title to your property is.
Is there a limit on how much they'll spend?
I don't believe so. Because honestly, to be honest with you, what happens is that title insurance company then goes to the attorney who wrote the title insurance policy, and they go after our E&O.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha. So
Right?
For you.
Yeah, it sucks for me.
How often does it come up?
For us, very rarely. And the reason why I say very rarely is because we
Do a good job up front.
yeah, dot our I's, cross our T's. We do a very good job up front of making sure that we have a clean search going all the way through. If there is anything hairy, we work on cleaning it up. If there is something that you can't clean up or isn't hairy, then we go to our title underwriters. Much like Ray, you have underwriters that you go to and say, "Hey, is this okay? Can we get away with this? How do you feel about this?" And there's other laws and regulations say on the books that said, "Well, if this is really really old, we don't have to worry about it." And usually we get the buy off, in their opinion, from the title insurance company that says, "Yes, I'll do it. I'm okay with this. We can write the title policy." There's other title insurance companies that will say, "No, no, no, I'm not going to do it." Right? So that's the reason why we write with multiple title insurance companies, because sometimes we all have a different level of, say, tolerance and options. And the cool part is, like, say, for instance, Stuart already wrote the policy, and I'm a writer for Stuart. If something popped up all the way down here, Stuart will be like, "Well, we already have a policy.
Okay.
We'll keep going," right? Because it is an issue. So, owner's title insurance is important for the owner. As much as they don't realize it, they may never have to use it. It's like your own insurance.
It's short money for a lifetime of
But
protection.
it's
It
there.
is.
It's great protection for short money, like you said. Yeah.
I mean, it can protect from like property line disputes, easements, old liens that may have not been discovered before, issues with the title record. Say something was misindexed, right? We didn't find it because it was misindexed somewhere. Now it popped up. Things like that. I mean, realistically, how often does it pop up? Not much. But we all pay for insurance. We all pay for car insurance. We pay car
Homeowners
insurance, homeowners insurance
Health
every
insurance.
single year,
Yeah.
over and over and over, and we may never use it.
But it's there in case.
In,
You know,
there in
and
case.
it's no
It's free
brainer.
money.
Francis. Next year, am I going to look better in a Washington Commanders red or LA Chargers blue and gold or blue and yellow, whatever it is?
You're gonna look pretty hideous in both.
So you don't think Bill's going anywhere, is what you're saying? Our weekly update on the Bill Belichick watch.
This is just a weird situation because the team is like so bad,
So bad.
and it's like it seemed like this week they weren't even trying.
The defense played well.
The defense did, but the offense did not want to win that game.
Defense gave up 13 points 3 weeks ago, 10 points the week before, and then 10 points this last week, and they were
Defense
0
is
3
not
somehow.
There,
Defense is not happy
yeah.
with the offense.
Oh,
there was a stat that teams that have held the opponent to 10 points or less are 52
And
like,
0 or
50
something.
and
I
2
saw this. Yeah,
for the
we're the
season.
two. We're the two.
We're
yeah.
the two that have lost both of those games. So
Yeah, but what the sad part is that two of the best players on defense are also out.
correct.
Yeah.
Right, so think of how good the defense really could have been. So you're thinking he's staying?
I mean, at this point, nothing's going to surprise me, to tell you the truth.
My feelings are pretty hurt over that hideous.
But the Washington Commanders and
I don't know. I hear the Carolina Panthers too. I heard the Dallas Cowboys.
I can see maybe like a Cowboys, something like that. Okay, they're
Well,
on the
I can see the
verge.
Chargers or the Cowboys because they're like right there. They just need somebody who knows what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, the Chargers should not be as bad as they've
No,
been for the last
no.
like 10 years. Like they have the talent, they just always find a way to lose every game. Like, but we're not going to get into the Chargers. It's just it hurts me to picture like Bill like in a Commander's uniform.
I know.
Or the Chargers, that. But I think they should give him one more shot. Let him actually draft a quarterback that he wants. If he can turn things around by year 2 with any quarterback, then yeah, let him go.
All right, I'm gonna give you 2 more seconds. Is Mac Jones the worst Patriots quarterback you've ever seen?
Absolutely,
He does
absolutely.
not like Mac.
I
Like
think
that.
Manny could go under center right now. We have a better chance of winning.
Who's the quarterback for New York? DeVito over there?
DeVito,
Tommy
yeah,
DeVito.
I didn't know they cut him
DeVito.
off the thing.
He's still living with his mom. Yeah. Yeah.
What a story that is. Some kid who came out of nowhere. But you see, that's a third string quarterback there.
Oh,
At
yeah,
least at
yeah.
least shows that he can play. Mac Jones is the 15th pick
In the draft.
Yeah,
in the
no,
draft.
he's
And
steadily
Third
declined
year.
this year. This year he's
His brain is scrambled.
yes.
He doesn't know what's going on up
he
there.
does
No.
not know. He's running around like a chicken out there. I don't know.
I know your super negative thoughts. We're gonna save you for last.
My super
Yeah, your super negative thoughts. What do you think's going on with Bill?
I'm not sure what's going to happen with Bill. Bill may stay, he may leave, but I think Bill over the last year has low-key thrown Kraft on the bus. And his
With the
sly
cash
way.
spending.
The cash spending. Also go back to Brady a couple of years ago when Brady said he wasn't staying here. Supposedly it was $50 million 2 years. Talk to Mr. Kraft. So Mr. Kraft has got to have the paycheck, book, pay everybody, And I think Bill's just doing the best he can inside of it. I mean, even his comments after this last game. Hey, talk to offensive coordinator. He said he was ready. I mean, was Billy O Kraft's choice in order to get Mac going because they were at
could have been
Alabama together?
They were.
It hasn't looked too good.
Right. And Bill Belichick is just the front man for Kraft.
Yeah.
I thought there was a Brady Belichick rift. I did, but whenever Tom Brady is asked about Bill Belichick, it's just like super glowing and sincere too, not just like stock answers. Like he's the greatest coach that ever lived. And
Yeah, but this is also the perfect time for Brady to also say those things because he can't throw Bill under the bus in these conditions. Right
I think
now.
he likes Bill. I do.
He
I think
does.
going to Tampa, he got some shitty coaching, excuse my language, and it made him appreciate Bill. I think.
Yes, I think Bill pushed him. I think Bill pushed him to where he is. I think Bill's an old school coach. Maybe take this the wrong way. Maybe players right now are a little too, sensitive. On
Too
what they're
mushy.
doing.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you're out there bashing each other's heads in. I mean, that's the whole entire point. Like, we got to do this. And the Brady's comments even this last week or two about how quarterbacks aren't that great. They need to learn how to read defenses.
Yeah. Brady became the old man on the porch real
He
quick.
did. He did became the old man on the porch. So he's like, give me the ball. I'll go out there and play.
Yeah.
So you're not sure Belichick hates Kraft?
I said it last week. I'll say it again. I think Bill needs to go. I think he's done his time. I respect Bill.
He's 16 wins away from the record.
He's coaching for 50 years now, almost like.
Undefeated season somewhere else.
This
Exactly.
is true. This is true. So I think it's time. I think he's done his while, and again, great memories, and I appreciate what he's done. But
Does he
it's
hate
time.
Kraft?
Who hates Kraft?
Does Belichick hate Kraft? Are they beefing?
I don't know.
I don't think he hates Kraft. I think he's handcuffed by Kraft.
Okay.
Yes, he's limited to what he can do.
Kraft is a businessman at the end of the day, so
Yes.
yeah.
It could be the money factor. I mean, he's got a gigantic screen over there, a big tower of something.
Oh,
Yeah,
the lighthouse tower.
lighthouse.
Ding, ding. Yeah.
Yeah, put the lighthouse. I mean, that takes a little bit of cash.
Yeah.
It's not like guaranteed money to throw around for these players.
Correct.
Guys, we're wrapping up a proclamation. I will go first. I had a sour polychrome. You know those are my favorites. I'm gonna go. It was actually really, really good. 9 even. 9-0. Rookie score for me.
9-0? Okay.
With the sound of it, you're going to give it like a 1.0 or something.
No, that was the one you recommended to me. I was trying to avoid that because it's a local business.
No. Well, I actually did not have a beer today.
You
I
did
had
not.
to drink a soda.
How was your soda? How was your soda?
Excellent. I highly recommend it, but I'd rather have a beer. Well, this place, I mean, you can't go wrong. So many good choices. Literally, we ain't have a beer. So, yeah, give it a try.
Yeah. Today I changed it up. I had a Belgian wheat beer.
Okay.
Fade to White, I believe it's called. It was very good. I'm gonna say 8.5.
All right.
Beautiful.
Special guest.
Special guest Anthony.
So I had a Scotch ale. I think it's called Winter is Warmer or Warmer is Winter, one or the other. It's very hard to find a Scotch ale around here. I kind of like the darker stuff, but I also like IPAs. I would give it a score of 9.5. Very hard to find a Scotch ale.
Nice.
All right.
Good.
Cool. Let's see what we got. We got the toy drive, right?
We have a toy drive for this week. So make sure if you have any unopened toys, we are going to be collecting them
At the Berkshire office, right?
At the
Ideally.
Berkshire office.
Okay.
39 Main Street, East Greenwich. And we'll be donating to the kids in need.
Anthony, where are you from?
Senerchia and Senerchia PC and Dimension Title.
Mention title. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks,
I
sir.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
coming by.
having me and
Absolutely.
hanging out with you guys. And
Yeah, it's a good time. I thought so. You guys roasted me. You know, I don't eat pork. I'm not sure if you all are aware of that.
And
Here
he
I am.
doesn't drink beer. Odd. Weird,
Well,
right?
we're at a brewery, so
Weird.
go figure.
Weird.
He's going to have to start. We'll see you guys in episode 4.
All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Take it easy.